see if I can get a downshift in this little tunnel here. Wait for it. Just give us a little bit of a brab. I can't believe that this bike was under here the whole time. Yamaha, you gotta figure something else out for those stock pipes.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Beginner Bike Giveaway series. Today we're doing a very requested one, and one that I'm very excited about. The XSR700 is getting a full exhaust system.
About time.
Let's do it. So in today's video, we're going to be installing a full exhaust system on our XSR700. This is a giveaway bike we're doing here on Yammie Noob. If you click the link down below on yammienoob.co, you can find out how to win this bike, a Street Triple 765R, and a KTM Duke 390. You also get access to exclusive content, our Discord server, and you support the series. But today, this is the star of the show, and we're installing this full Leo Vinci exhaust system. Looks pretty sweet, doesn't it?
Yeah, no, this is going to be a solid improvement over the advanced sewing machine we've got down there. So
it's crazy how quiet this bike is stock, because it sounds so meaty when you open them up.
You can really kind of hear what it wants to sound like.
Yes.
Almost a little, you give it a little rev and you can hear some little muted pops and crackles and snarls.
Yeah.
But this is really gonna give it a whole new character.
Absolutely. Yeah, so last year we did an MT-07 giveaway earlier in the year, and we put a full Leo Vinci on that. It was a bit different than this exhaust system. It was the two-pipe non-baffled systems. It was extraordinarily loud. This one is a little bit nicer, bread box, kind of under the tail, or under the engine right here. A little bit tighter contained with the baffle and all that, so it should be good to go. But let's get a sound clip of the stock exhaust system to see what we're working with.
Not a whole lot.
No, it's not. All right, so without further ado, let's get into this build and chop off this whole exhaust from this bike. All right, so the first thing we gotta do is get the old one off. Pretty simple. Let's see what we're working with here. So it looks like this is just four 12mm bolts over here, and then we gotta swivel the radiator a little bit to get access to that, which is pretty simple. There's just two bolts holding in place here. So let's do that first.
As I'm about to incur the wrath of every armchair mechanic.
Why? What tool are you using? Oh God. God forbid. Oh no.
All right, you ready to take weight?
Yep.
Remember O2 sensor.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah. That way, this thing feels like it's a solid 30 pounds, honestly.
Yeah.
Maybe a little less, 25, 30. This is heavy.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Cats are super heavy.
So, I mean, just thinking about, let's pull the other
We have a
cat
scale in here, actually.
Do we? All right, let's see how much it weighs.
16 pounds. Weighs 5.8.
5.8.
So we're losing about 10 pounds on it.
That's a solid chunk of weight loss.
Yeah. That is a lesson I can impart on the viewers, is that keep everything nice and loose when you're mounting up an exhaust, because otherwise you're gonna have a bad time trying to mate it up.
Okay, so we lost the camera somewhere in there. But basically what happened is there's 2 bolts right here that we had to screw in. One is holding the engine in place, and the other just was the old mount for the pipe. And now we've got this mounted up, we've got it connected here, and connected at the heads. We need to put the spring clamps on, which is my favorite part. Put this back together, and then we're pretty much done.
Start her up, yeah, that's it.
Sweet, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Stand clear.
Yep, I'm gonna be over here. You wanna wear safety glasses just in case? I have them.
Yeah, do you mind?
Yeah, no worries, man.
I don't want to catch a high-speed spring to the face. Think about putting my helmet on.
You got some blood on your hand? You cut yourself?
Oil.
Oh, well. No, you definitely have blood over here.
Oh, hey, yeah, I do have some blood.
Yeah.
Final countdown going on.
Yep. Da-na-na-da, da-na-na-da-da, da-na-na-da, da-na-na-da-da. Did you get it?
Close.
Hold on, I'll give it more epic. Da-na-na-da, da-na-na-da-da, da-na-na-da, da-na-na-da-da, nice, man. I should have hyped you up for the other one like that. You got a second try.
Whew.
The power of music.
Back on.
Alrighty guys, well I'm pretty pleased with how this new system sounds. What do you think, Splite?
Oh yeah, totally. It's such a marked difference between like just your high power sewing machine and an actual motorcycle.
Yeah, it sounds like a proper motorcycle now, and the sound of it fits the vibe of it, you know, that kind of burbly, poppily, you know, kind of, I think poppily is a new word I just invented, but you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, that kind of meaty twin cylinder sound that this bike has. Yeah, it's pretty sick.
And you know, I think it's just criminal how muted it was from the factory.
Truly, yeah.
I got to imagine, you know, maybe it's because this is perhaps a little bit of a bargain bike, but I got to imagine they could do a little bit more sound engineering on it because there was just nothing before.
Yeah.
And I got to imagine with a little bit of effort, you could make a pipe like this EPA compliant.
Yeah, I think of the Street Triple, right? I mean, that has a beautiful exhaust sound from the factory. It sounds really, really nice. I mean, I've heard other twin cylinder bikes. I think like the Africa Twin from the factory sounds really good. The Triumph Scrambler with the parallel twin sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
So I know they could do it. But I think the only thing that's left to do is to get you out on the road with it and see how it sounds.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, squids and squidettes, we are on the XSR with its new Leo Vinci full system, and it sounds quite lovely. I would say that this is about as loud as this bike needs to be, honestly. It's already a noticeable improvement over the stock system, as you heard in the garage portion. But it's a nice little drone in the back, down here at about 50 miles an hour. You can hear it clear over the wind sound. But one thing I'm noticing is it's really kind of shaking my right foot. It's just really percussive. So yeah, if you can hear it, that is a lovely noise. Wow, man, this mill is so punchy. Kind of gets away from me. I'm not really expecting it. Holy cow. I guess the next most important thing everyone's going to ask me is, how does it feel over stock? Is there a little bit of bump in horsepower? And honestly, there might be a little, but you know, it's marginal, I would say. This bike was already so punchy. I think what really helps is there was a little bit of a flat spot in the middle. Not much, just a little, but it definitely feels just a little bit more fluid throughout the whole power band. Let's see if we can get a good launch from this red light here. No, but I can still do this. Oh yeah. This thing has a ton of personality now, which honestly was my biggest complaint about this motorcycle. As I get onto 183 here, you can really hear it just singing underneath you. As for tunes, I think if you were to get this system, you could probably get away with not having a tune on it for a minute. You know, it feels fine. It's probably running a little bit lean, but it's not so lean that the bike becomes unrideable. You know, there are some exhausts that are so free-flowing that no matter what you do, you basically can't ride the bike without a tune, because it just feels all kinds of wrong. Not so with this bike. And as I'm just kind of lowering the RPM down, just rolling off, it's got a nice little bassy burble to it. Ooh, man, listen to that. Oh, that's just beautiful. I guess if I had to say, it's probably making maybe an extra horse or two right now. I bet with a tune, it'll make a lot more. But you gotta remember, we also have the stock air filter in here. So it's getting about the same, you know, amount of oxygen. But what's amazing is just what that crossplane crank sounds like. It's just, this engine is so bizarre and so antithetical to what this bike looks like. It's such a little screamer. Like, it just, this bike wants to be ridden like, just like any kind of squid missile. Just bring it out, beat the hell out of it, and just go, 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 go. It's like always tugging at the leash. But the seating position is just not there, right? So it feels so weird. But man alive, is it just, it's such a rewarding sound, honestly. And I know I've said that about other bikes, but it's just, there's something about hitting just that right note on a new exhaust, and it just sounds amazing. Let's see if I can get a downshift in this little tunnel here. Wait for it. A little bit. It just wants to rev out. Man, I understand why Yamaha is just putting this crossplane twin in so many bikes. It sounds lovely. It just revs up so nice. Wow. Just wow. That is a meaty, bassy note out of that. It's just, there's something about putting on that new exhaust and just going for the first ride. There's nothing like it. Because you just labored in the garage. You just did, you know, an hour. For us, it was an hour and a half worth of wrenching because we done goofed a little bit. But, you know, it's so nice to get out and have that first ride and just everything work. There is a little bit of, as this fire truck goes by, there is a little bit of a rubbery smell to it because I think one of the rubber spring hoses is touching the pipe, but as that melts and hardens, it'll be fine. Go away. Give us a little bit of a brap. So I guess the next thing is what comes next for the XSR, right? So we're planning on doing a little bit of a dirt tracker, not really cafe, more flat track, light off-road kind of thing. Not like adventure bike, more just hit it like a dirt road, put an 80/20 on it just so it looks the part, right? So we're gonna put a different seat on it, different lights. We're gonna fix this little situation here. Probably keep the same fender, maybe do a high fender, we'll see. And then a couple little bits and bobs here and there. Because this really is just such a nice moddable platform. And it sounds every bit like a little V-twin, the way it spins up. And oh, those nice little pops and crackles. It's so good, guys. It's so good. I can't believe that this bike was under here the whole time. Yamaha, you gotta figure something else out for those stock pipes. There has to be a way. I don't believe you can just ship this bike this way. It's so criminal. It's so lovely. So I think that about wraps up my thoughts on the XSR. It's an amazing little peach of a bike, and I'm going to be so sad when it leaves because remember, we're giving it away over on YammieNoob.co. If you'd like to get entered, you got to click the link in the description below. Head over, you'll get yourself access to our Discord server, some free content, and at the end of the day, it's the best way to support what we do here. In the meantime, I got to get this back to the shop, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. It's amazing.
It's awesome, right?
You can really hear that just cross-plane growl as it starts to get like north of $7,000.
Isn't it great?
It's amazing. It's like, it fucking
completely changes it, right?
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like, so before, it was kind of snatchy and weird. Right now, it's actually really smooth and really just, you know, predictable.
Yeah,
was, like, when you got on it in second gear, the whole thing just wanted to do this. Now, it's a little less that and just a little bit more just usable straight-on power.
Yeah.
And again, just that sound.
Oh, it's great. To me, it's like whenever we did it on the MT-07, I'm sure listeners like, I mean, it feels like a different bike.
Oh, entirely.
It's like a completely different bike. Yeah.
So it's just, it's so good, dude. You got to take it for a ride.
Yeah, no, I can't wait. I mean, I love these bikes. Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, and it's funny too, going down the road when you pulled out here, it's not that loud.
No.
It's really supple, and like you hear it going down the road, you're like, that's a nice bike. You're not like, oh my God, it's a loud bike. You know, it just sounds great.
Honestly, with the baffle in, I think it's just done.
I think so. I think it's perfect. I wouldn't want to pull it out, honestly. I think it's really nice.
Because like I took it up to like 90 miles an hour, and it just, you can hear it over the wind, but it's not overbearing.
Yeah.
And down low, when you're winding it out, you can really hear that cross plane that just change in the engine note.
Yeah. That's great.
It's so good. It's so good, dude.
Yeah, I think once we get that tail tidy and the brat seat, I think it's just gonna be really nice.
Just the sound is gonna be, everything's gonna match the sound.
Yep.
Like we have to build it to the sound it makes.
Yeah. I mean, that's the sound it's supposed to make, you know? I mean, that stock exhaust is just a crime.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
like-
I said that. I was like, I don't know how Yamaha can just be okay with slapping this on there.
Yeah.
It's
knowing that that's what it can sound like,
Yeah.
you know? Yeah, it's a shame.
But goddamn, it's so good. It's so good.